Help me to reach 2,000 subscribers. The champagne glass slipped from my hand and shattered across the marble floor, splashing pale gold liquid across my heels. Every head turned. Laughter froze midair. And there she was, my girlfriend Lena, standing a few feet away with her arm wrapped loosely around Eric's waist, her lips brushing his ear as she whispered, "I wish I'd come alone." The words hit me like a slap. For a moment the sound of the party, the music, the chatter, the clinking glasses, blurred into a dull, throbbing hum behind my heartbeat. I could see her lips still curved into that playful smirk, the one she used when she wanted to be seen as carefree. Except this time it wasn't for me. It was for him. Eric looked uncomfortable, eyes darting toward me as if he'd been caught with a stolen secret. I forced my lips into a smile, though my stomach churned. "Everything okay, love?" I asked, my voice steady but edged. Lena laughed too quickly. "Of course, babe. Don't tell me you're jealous already." Already? As if this was a game we'd just begun playing. I crouched, picking up the glass shards one by one. The floor was slick beneath my fingers, and a bead of blood welled where I nicked myself. She didn't notice. Or maybe she pretended not to. The party carried on, but something between us had changed, fractured like that broken glass. I watched her from across the room as she drifted between people, her hand grazing arms, her laughter too loud, her gaze too eager to be seen. Eric followed her like a shadow. I remembered the first time I'd met him. A colleague from her marketing firm, recently divorced, charming in that harmless middle-aged way. He joined us for dinner once, sitting across from me, complimenting Lena's brilliance. I'd laughed it off, but now every memory replayed through a darker lens. When I finally caught her alone by the terrace, the city lights behind her painted her face in gold and blue. "You seemed close with Eric tonight," I said. She tilted her head. "He's just a friend. You know that. Friends don't usually whisper about wishing they'd come alone." Her smile faltered. A flicker of guilt, then irritation. "You're overreacting. It was a joke. Everyone was talking about who they came with. I made a joke, that's all." Her voice softened, her fingers grazing my arm. "Please don't make a scene, okay?" There it was again, that gentle dismissal. I nodded, swallowing the rising tide of doubt. But her perfume lingered in my mind that night as I lay beside her, eyes open in the dark. And beneath it I could almost smell his cologne, woodsy, sharp, unfamiliar. The days that followed blurred into uneasy silence. She stayed late at work more often. Her phone vibrated during dinner, and she'd tilt the screen away as she replied. When I asked who it was, she'd smile and say, "Work stuff." I told myself not to be paranoid. I'd been in love before, and jealousy had destroyed that. I wasn't going to let it happen again. But love doesn't blind you. It blindsides you. The breaking point came a week later at another gathering, this time hosted by her firm. The lights were low, the laughter high, and everyone seemed to know something I didn't. I tried to shake it off, but then I saw her, Lena, dancing in the center of the room. Her hands on Eric's shoulders, his on her waist. Slow, close. Too close. She didn't see me watching. Or maybe she did. Maybe that was the point. When we got home, I waited until the door closed behind us. "Did you enjoy yourself tonight?" I asked quietly. She sighed, tossing her heels aside. "Please don't start." "Start what?" "The interrogation. You're acting like I did something wrong." "Didn't you?" Her eyes flashed. "You're being controlling. You can't handle that I have friends, that people like me." "That's not what I can't handle," I said, stepping closer. "I can't handle being made a fool of." For a heartbeat she looked genuinely hurt. Then she laughed, cold, sharp. "You're imagining things. If you're so insecure, maybe that's your problem, not mine." She walked into the bedroom, shutting the door behind her. I stood there, hands trembling, heart pounding with something that felt like fury but also grief. Over the next few days I planned something quietly, methodically. I told her I was sorry that I'd overreacted, that maybe she was right. It was all in my head. She smiled, relieved, and I let her believe it. That weekend, another party invitation arrived. Eric's birthday. She said she'd rather go alone this time, since I didn't seem to enjoy them anymore. I told her that was fine. But I followed. From the car parked down the street, I watched through the window as she stepped inside, wearing that black dress I'd once called my favorite. She greeted him with a kiss on the cheek, too slow to be friendly, too practiced to be innocent. I waited. The music grew louder, the lights dimmer. When the guests started leaving, I saw them slip upstairs. That was all I needed. The next morning I made breakfast. Bacon, eggs, coffee, just the way she liked it. When she came out of the bedroom, she looked startled. "You're up early." "Couldn't sleep." She hesitated before sitting down. "About last night." I smiled. "No need to explain. You said something at that first party that stuck with me." She frowned. "What do you mean?" "You said you wished you'd come alone." I met her eyes. "So I made it happen." Her expression twisted from confusion to fear. "What are you talking about?" I slid my phone across the table. On the screen was a video, grainy footage from outside Eric's house. Two figures, her and him, visible through the upstairs window. Her hand flew to her mouth. "You filmed me." I wanted the truth. "And now everyone will see it too." She went pale. "You wouldn't." "Wouldn't I?" "You didn't think I'd find out either." The silence between us stretched until she finally whispered, "Please don't do this." I stood, my voice low but steady. "You made your choice, Lena. Now I'm making mine." I left her there, trembling, the breakfast untouched, the video still playing on loop. Later that night, my phone buzzed with messages from her friends, from coworkers, from people who'd seen the clip I'd sent anonymously to her office chat. They called it cruel. Vindictive. Maybe it was. But as I lay in bed staring at the ceiling, I realized something I hadn't before. I hadn't done it to hurt her. I'd done it to set myself free. From her lies, her manipulation, her version of love that always came with conditions. And yet, beneath the quiet satisfaction, something else lingered. Guilt. Because deep down I still loved her. And that was the real betrayal. Not hers. Mine.